Anyways, I ranted too long. Let's talk about some. Yes, you did. I'm sorry, I didn't ask your opinion on that. And if I cared about your opinion, I would ask you. But I don't care about your opinion. Well, you're part of the system. You're part of the problem. You've been saying that you've been alive.
I really like this Senator Mullen guy. Hello, it is I, the Robozoid, your semi-likable and occasionally tolerable curmudgeon of the YouTube and Rumble airwaves. My YouTube handle, of course, is at Robozoid, is at Robbie1976. Excuse me, old habits die hard. But, my Rumble handle is still very much the same. In any case, we have to talk about the thing that, well, most Americans have trouble affording these days. Thank you very, very little, Obama. And that, of course, is, well, healthcare. Because of Obamacare, which was also labeled as the Affordable Health Care Act, or as I call it, the Unaffordable Health Care Act, healthcare is a problem. It's difficult to get in this country now, all because of this big mistake, all because of OBAMA, which, of course, means one big-ass mistake America. Now, of course, Dr. Means here, I believe she's in the right because she's the doctor. And she would know better than some little senator, of course. I mean, Senator Murphy, or Murray, whatever her name is, the blonde chick in the brown suit. She's totally in the wrong here because what does she know about the whole thing and contraceptives and, of course, birth control? I mean, obviously, of course, looking at her, she doesn't need it. I mean, but the truth is, well, they're trying to say, well, that it's so accessible now that women are popping it like it's candy. Sure, yeah, right. What about, let us say, the marijuana gummies and the cannabis gummies that any teenager, or let us say 20 or 30 something, can actually easily get their access to and pop like that's candy? Of course, well, Senator Murray has no answer for that. And that's exactly why you actually have, you've got Senator Mullen, who's on the attack here, and really on the offense when it comes to dealing with these unaffordable healthcare prices, and thanks to Obama's ridiculous plan that we knew was not going to work. So without further ado, let's get right into that right now with Dr. Means versus Senator Murphy. Take a look.
Called birth control pills, and I'm going to quote, a disrespect of life. And you said Americans, quote, use birth control pills like candy. You also claimed, contrary to established science, that hormonal birth control has, quote, horrifying health risks for women.
They pretty much encouraged kids to basically take marijuana gummies like they were candy.
Both hormonal and non-hormonal, and there are decades of evidence showing that every one of these birth control methods is safe and effective. So I wanted to ask you, help me understand, should women trust the FDA, which approved all 18 methods of birth control after a very rigorous look at the evidence?
After the way they screwed up the vaccine? No, forget it.
Your statement that there are horrifying health risks to birth control, which contradicts that evidence.
Thank you, Senator Murray, for your question. I'm curious if you're aware of what the side effects of hormonal contraception are.
I'm curious if you are with the FDA that went through all of these and rigorously looked at them, or as Surgeon General, if you're going to tell the truth to the American people.
I absolutely believe these medications should be accessible to all women. And also, all medications have risks and benefits. And in our current medical climate, with the burden on doctors, doctors do not have enough time for thorough informed consent conversations. Some of the horrifying side effects of birth control that I have mentioned include
blame that on the Unaffordable Care Act.
In women who have clotting disorders, who are smokers,
so
who have obesity. No, it's not general. I'm very careful with my words, and when I say those comments, which are taken out of context, I'm speaking about particular women that can be hurt if there is not informed consent about their medical history, their lifestyle exposures, and their family history. I want those women, and I know you do too, to be able to have a thorough conversation with their doctor and know whether they are at higher risk for side effects when prescribed the medication.
Saying that is one thing, but saying on, different shows that birth control pills are a disrespect of life is very different.
I am passionate about
Very
women's health, and I think it is
Saying that
disrespectful
people
to
use birth
women.
controls like candy is very different than what you just said.
We prescribe a huge amount of hormonal contraceptive, and I do not believe most of those conversations have informed consent because of the pressures that doctors are under because of our broken healthcare system. I want what's best for women, as do you, and I want every woman.
Oh,
who
it is
could be at
true.
risk
The healthcare
of
system is
side
broken.
effects.
And I have other
To
questions.
know.
Let me move on. Thank
If
you.
a woman died from a
Dr.
stroke or a
Means,
blood clot because they did not have a thorough
Thank you
conversation.
for your answer. You made that clear.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
A little while later.
The American Medical Association, I don't know if you're a member of it or not, is the largest professional association of physicians representing over 270,000 doctors. And they wrote in November that,
Who's the
quote,
guy behind him?
abundance of
That's a
evidence
terrible
from
comb-over.
decades of scientific studies shows no link between vaccines and autism, end quote. In contrast, Secretary
Did you ever
Kennedy
consider
said,
that
quote,
autistics
"I
are a
do
mixed
believe that
bag?"
autism does come from vaccines, end of quote. Dr. Means, who is right? Is the AMA right? Is the scientific community right? Or is Secretary Kennedy right?
The scientific community is never
As I
right.
said to Senator Cassidy, we have a situation where autism is rising.
It is.
This is a huge problem.
It is. But we don't want conspiracy theories to
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. And also, as a biomedical researcher and physician, I am not going to sit here and say that we should not study something in the future. It's not a political answer.
We should study everything.
We should study the different factors that may be causing the
I
autism
agree.
movement.
But you have scientific evidence. The overwhelming body of scientific evidence says vaccines do not cause autism.
I'm not, so just to be very clear, vaccine advocacy has never, or any anti-vaccine rhetoric has never been a part of my message. I don't mention the word vaccine in my book. This is not a part of my core message. I am not here to complicate the issue on vaccines.
No, I'm
You're
pointing
gonna
out
attack
facts.
me, I'm gonna
I'm
respond.
pointing out facts. You can say what you want. I'm just pointing out facts. Anyways, I ranted too long. Let's talk about some.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask your opinion on that. And if I cared about your
Got it.
opinion, I would ask you,
Damn.
but I don't care about your opinion.
Well-
You're part of the system. You're part of the problem. You've been sitting here longer than I've even been alive. This is your problem.
Wow.
You should have fixed this a long time.
But you see, that was the point that I think Dr. Means was trying to make, was that healthcare is unaffordable thanks to Obama, because nobody could afford or to pay for the Unaffordable Health Care Act. And, well, the Democrats should know that, but they don't know that. Well, even if they did know that, they don't really care at all. So this is where we throw Bernie Sanders into the mix. You probably saw him in that clip earlier. But so we have to throw him into the mix because Bernie Sanders is going to try to argue that, the Universal Health Care Act is actually good for Americans and it is affordable, yo. Both. When the truth is, no, it's not. And that's why you got Republican Senator Mullen here, who's actually going to take on Bernie Sanders. I don't really have any video of it, so we'll just listen along, and you'll get to hear it as we go on. So without further ado, let's get into it.
I want to address a couple things. During the ranking member's opening statement, he talked about misinformation coming from this administration, and I just want to point out that the Biden Surgeon General, Dr. Murthy, was actually, a court actually ruled against him in 2023, the Fifth Circuit Court, for trying to censor free speech on social media.
Which
That's
the Democrats do.
misinformation. And so for us to throw out an accusation like that with no evidence, when the ranking member was completely silent when that took place, it's really some hypocrisy there. When we start talking
Hypocrisy?
about healthcare not being affordable, the ranking member and I actually agree on that. The problem is you supported the same tools that got us to where healthcare is unaffordable, because ACA, affordable healthcare, which is completely unaffordable, has risen 3 times faster than inflation itself. Yet we still support it. Not we, you, the Democrats.
I
still
support
it.
Facts. Absolute facts. You see, because Really, the Democrats are the ones who support the idea of this universal free healthcare act. Don't these assholes ever learn that nothing in this world is free? No, of course they don't. Because they love to bilk and scam the American public.
A national health care program which will cut the cost of
I'm
health
sorry,
care.
it's my time. It's
But you're
my time.
attacking me.
No,
You're
I'm
going
going
to
out
attack
facts.
me. I'm
No,
going to
I'm
respond.
It's Mullen's time. Shut up, you asshole. You see, what the wrinkled up old man in the crumpled up old suit doesn't seem to understand is that there are pros and cons to the whole thing. And there are mostly cons. Who's surprised by that? You'd probably be waiting a long time in a long line at the doctor's office or even the hospital, waiting to get that treatment that you need, while probably somebody else is going to get it. And that somebody else is usually going to be somebody who is in this country illegally. Let's say little Haji has a runny nose, or little Pablo has a runny nose. Meanwhile, your appendix are about to burst. But little Pablo gets the attention first because, well, he's an illegal alien and he's entitled. He's got privilege, thanks to the Democrat hype machine and thanks to the Unaffordable Care Act. So, yeah, what Bernie Sanders is saying is a load of bullshit and hot air. I know YouTube hates it when I curse, but you know what? Damn it, you gotta curse in a situation like this. Because these people, you know, the Democrats, they don't know shit from Shinola. They don't know from the dick, okay? Nothing. I mean, guys like Bernie Sanders have to keep checking their pants to make sure they got one. I got one, and so does Senator Mullen. Bernie Sanders is the kind of, commune dropout thug, the kind of spoon-fed food bait that people like me hate. Because he never did anything in his life. Did he ever do anything? Did he ever do any real substantial work in his life? No. He was a bum all of his life and was even kicked out of a hippie commune for refusing to do any work. Because there's farming to do on a hippie commune. How many times have I brought that point home? But of course, Bernie Sanders, he's a grifter. I'm a grifter. I can live off the government tip because I'm Bernie Sanders, y'all. Yeah, Wolf. That's how important I am.
I'm just pointing out facts.
No,
The fact
you're pointing out lies.
is that it is rising 3 times faster, and we know it. Yet we still want to sit here and defend it. The ranking member wants us to talk about all the death that is supposedly going to be happening because of President Trump and Secretary Kennedy, because how dare they look at a healthcare system that is broken and unaffordable and try to make changes, but yet the definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing, expecting different results, so we should just sit here and accept it? And how dare we look into vaccines to just simply look to see if
Did you hear that?
vaccines maybe.
I wonder if that was them or if it was just my computer.
Rising at a rate faster than any country in the nation. How dare us look at science? Oh my goodness, science is.
Yeah, the science, y'all.
Science is always supposed to be studied. I'm for looking into it. So, father of 6 kids, I want to look into it. I want to know what's causing it, and I will turn over every stone. And so, Dr. Means, thank you for saying I want to turn over every stone. Good on you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not sitting here trying to say we shouldn't do something.
Yeah, not like Senator Murphy, who was trying to do her job for her.
Let's look at the healthcare system. We can agree on that one. I just don't want to socialize it. But we can agree that it is absolutely not affordable. 100% not affordable.
Thanks to a bummer.
It was supposed to be affordable. That's what we sold by Obamacare. So how about we work together and say, hey, so scrap ACA, admit it doesn't work, admit you guys made a mistake, and let's work at something with President Trump to make affordable healthcare healthy and affordable for everybody. But there's zero chance you guys could do that. Zero chance. Yet
I love that. This guy is absolutely right, and those are the absolute facts, because there is zero chance that their Affordable Health Care Act is affordable. I mean, when you go into the clinic and you're paying like 35% of what you're earning, well, guess what? It's not affordable anymore, because believe it or not, 35% actually is a lot. I mean, that's a lot on your paycheck. So you think it's going to be free when really the truth is you're still paying for it. So yeah, Mullen is absolutely right. And of course, Bernie Sanders, he doesn't know what he's talking about because he's a grifter. He's lived off the government tip all of his life. He's a bum. Still a bum wearing a crumpled up old suit and a wrinkled up old dress shirt. I mean, geez, change your outfit. I mean, for God's sakes, man, get with the times. Even old people can have some style. But of course, let's face it, Bernie Sanders represents the worst of the Democrat parties. This guy is a thug. He is a criminal. He's always been a criminal. And he should be arrested and thrown in prison, thrown into the padded party wagon by the police, and then taken to justice, where he'll probably be sentenced. Hopefully, I wish he could be sentenced as guilty, and then do a hell of a lot of jail time until the day he dies. Sentence the old bastard for life, because this guy is largely responsible. He controls the Democrat Party right now, and you know what? He just represents the absolute worst of what the modern Democrat is. Socialist weasel, basically a grifter, and also, of course, a brainwasher. I mean, look what he did to little stupid a-hole C, who couldn't think for herself anyway. So that is how dangerous Bernie Sanders is. He is the mastermind of evil, and this man should be thrown in prison for the rest of his pathetic life. And as for Senator Mullen there, I salute you, buddy, and I also salute Dr. Means. This has been the Robozoid saying, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I apologize if there wasn't that much excitement, but hey, it's the government, They're not supposed to be exciting. So if you enjoyed what you saw, smash that like button, subscribe, both to my new YouTube and my same old Rumble channels. And of course, what else should I say? Wokeness is weakness. Clearly something Bernie Sanders will never understand, both. And what else should I say? Don't drink the Kool-Aid or the soy like he made a-hole C do. And what else should I say? Oh yeah, be here, or much like the Democrat Party, who are just so out of touch with what the American people need, be nowhere.